What's going on, box fans? Joe Williams with The Distance. I'm here to give you my official prediction of Sergio Martinez versus Paul Williams. This matchup takes place on December 5th at Boardwalk Hall on HBO, and puts together two light middleweight titleists, or now in Paul Williams' case, former titleists. Sergio Martinez currently is the WBC light middleweight champion. So anyway, this puts together two champions, on the against each other on the same card. So anyway, on to the matchup. Sergio Martinez has had some quality matchups, had a couple quality opponents, Kermit Cintrone and Antonio Margarito. Now and Paul Williams, originally this matchup was supposed to be against Kelly Pavlik, and Kelly Pavlik pulled out, and now he's fighting on a December 19th card for Top Rank. So anyway, on to the matchup. Paul Williams, I think right now this is going to be a true test for Paul Williams, because Sergio Martinez is a very good boxer. See, Sergio Martinez works behind that right jab. He has a crisp, sharp right jab, but the thing with Martinez is sometimes he doesn't follow up that jab with a different shot. He follows up his right jab with another right jab. But that's what he works behind. He works behind the right jab. He usually circles very well, and he times his shots and puts his punches together all together. And in this matchup, I think Paul Williams, his strength is his work rate. Paul Williams is gonna have to pretty much outwork Sergio Martinez, because Sergio Martinez could work as well. But see, what Sergio Martinez is, he works very patiently. And on top of that, Martinez is a strong starter, just like Paul Williams is. So in this matchup, you got two strong starters, and and in the early rounds, I see Sergio Martinez winning the early rounds. Just for some reason, I see Martinez winning the early rounds, but Sergio Martinez has a good, sharp right jab, but see, the problem with Sergio Martinez is he has the right jab. He follows it up with another right jab, but he's not setting up any knockouts with it. Usually, when he's throwing his power shots, he's not they're not set up off the jab. He just throws a power shot. What I like about Martinez is when he throws his power shots, he follows up with a different power shot. Say he throws a straight right hand, he usually follows it up with a left hook, or he'll throw a right hook and a left hook, and stuff like that. And see, with Paul Williams, he's gonna have to use his jab. He has an 81, 82-inch reach. He's gonna have to use the jab. And he's gonna have to outwork Sergio Martinez. He's gonna have to smother him with shots. Martinez usually keeps his right hand down. He keeps it low for when he's not throwing shots. See, with Sergio Martinez, when he's about to throw his jab, he brings that right arm up. And that's a sign. And that's a sign that he's about to throw the jab. So he's pretty much telegraphing that he's gonna throw that shot. So the right hook and the left hook is going to be open for Paul the whole matchup. And in this matchup, Paul's going to have to keep it at the center of the ring. Paul Williams is just going to have to outwork him. He's going to have to use his reach to an advantage, his body size to an advantage, and he's going to have to use angles, and provide angles for Martinez to try to work at. And that's just Paul's way to win the matchup. I was talking to Dragonstar a few weeks ago, and he said Paul's defense is his offense, and the other way around, and that's true. Because he smothers his opponent so much with shots that they don't have time to think or throw another shot back. It's usually when Paul Williams is not working, not throwing shots, is when when fighters have a chance to hit him and catch him with shots. And Sergio Martinez in this matchup, He's gonna have basically for Sergio Martinez to win this matchup. He's gonna have to work very patiently. It's the best way for him to win. He's gonna have to keep his. He's gonna have to actually try to fight on the inside. We could and Paul Williams, he could fight on the inside, but we don't know how well he could fight on the inside. So Sergio Martinez is gonna have to fight on the inside. I think in this matchup he's gonna have to use feints. He's gonna have to, throw a few feints and have Paul Williams throw a shot and then have him counter. I think that's a good way for Martinez to win. Just throwing feints, circling the ring, and just countering. Counter with that right hook or that left hook. With Paul Williams being a southpaw, I think the best thing for him to do is feint with the right hand and follow it up with maybe a left hook. That's the best way for Martinez to win the matchup. I think just using feints, circling the ring, and staying away from the ropes, keeping the matchup at the center. Try to keep the matchup at the center of the ring, but circle, move, and basically what he's gonna have to do is he's gonna have to try to outbox Paul Williams the same way Carlos Quintana had outboxed him. He's gonna have to get on the inside, counter with maybe a single shot, and move. And not get hit. He's gonna have to get on the inside and throw a few shots and move. That's just the best way for Sergio Martinez to take this matchup away from Paul Williams. And if I have to make a prediction, which is actually kind of hard, I'm gonna say Paul Williams is gonna win this matchup by a close unanimous decision, maybe a 7-5, because I think that his work rate is gonna win him. I think his work rate is gonna win him maybe the mid and later rounds. I see him being a bit rusty because actually both of them haven't been in the ring in a long time. But with the type of style that Paul Williams has, he's gonna have, he has to be in the ring a bit more often. And on top of that, Sergio Martinez is kind of a little bit of a step up in competition. I'm not gonna count Winky right out and say he wasn't as competitive, but it was a one-sided fight. But Winky hadn't been in the ring in about 2 years, in almost 2 years. So, if you look at Paul Williams' last few opponents, Verno Phillips, who's a decent light middleweight, and he had Andy Colley, who is like a regional champion somewhere, and then his last quality fight was in February of 2008 against Quintana. So and I'm talking about against a top level opponent that's still in their prime, because I don't think Verno Phillips is still in his prime. But then again, he was a champion in the he was the IBF light middleweight champion at the time. But light middleweight isn't that deep of a division, I don't think. So anyway, I think Sergio Martinez is a step up in competition. Sergio Martinez has faced Kermit Cintron, and in a recent robbery, basically, because he did win the matchup. You could say he either won the matchup by knockout or decision, but but he got like a draw, which was unfair because I thought Martinez won, but Martinez is a great overall boxer. He could move around the ring and stuff. But my problem with Martinez is I think he circles to the same side too much, and Paul Williams could get in, try to get him on the inside and just work. That's all Paul Williams has to do. Is he's gonna have to use his work rate and his energy and stamina to basically keep Martinez uncomfortable, make him uncomfortable. Because I see Martinez just winning a lot of the early rounds, but I see Paul Williams pulling off the victory, pulling it off and getting the unanimous decision victory. But anyway, that's my prediction: Paul Williams unanimous decision. And thanks for watching. That was The Distance. Peace.